Welcome back. We're going to explore one more questions from the PSLE 2020 math paper. And this question is probably one of the hardest questions in the paper. And I believe this is question 17 of paper 2, which is the last question. Alright, and this question is testing on part whole concept, which is a very common concept in fractions word problems. Mrs. Wu spent 1 out of 6 of her money on a dress and 2 blouses. The cost of the dress is 3 times the cost of each blouse. She bought a watch with 3/4 of her remaining money. The watch cost $220.50 more than the dress. For part A, they asked what fraction of her money did Mrs. Wu spend on the blouse. Alright, so since the question says that the cost of the dress is 3 times the cost of each blouse, we can let each dress be 3 units and 2 blouses will be 2 units. Okay, and why is that so? Because each dress is 3 units, every blouse will be 1 unit, so 2 blouses will be 2 units. Okay, so 3 dress. Alright, so the question says that Mrs. Wu spent 1 out of 6 of her money on 1 dress and 2 blouses. To find 1 dress and 2 blouses, you basically get 3 units plus 2 units, which is equal to 5 units. Okay, and these 5 units will represent 1 out of 6 of her money. Do you understand? Alright, so 1 out of 6 of her money represent 5 units. The question asks, what fraction of her money did she spend on 1 blouse? And we know that 1 blouse is only 1 unit, right? So how to find 1 unit? To find 1 unit, you simply take 1 out of 6 divided by 5. Okay, and to do division, you can flip this 5 over. Alright, it's the same as 1 out of 6 times 1 over 5. And the answer is 1 over 30. Do you understand? Alright, if you don't understand, let me repeat again. Right, because we know that 1 out of 6 represents 5 units. To find 1 unit, you simply take 1 out of 6 divided by 5, and the answer is 1 over 30. Alright, so each blouse will cost 1 over 30 of Mrs. Wu money. Alright, and now for part B, the question asks how much money did Mrs. Wu have at first? Okay, so in order to find how much money she have at first, we need to find how much is 1 unit. And how do we do that? Okay, so you gotta look at this statement here, right? She bought a watch with 3/4 of her remaining money. What does this sentence means? 3/4 of her remaining money means you must take 3/4 times her remainder. Can you recall? Of means you times, right? So her remainder is basically 1 whole minus 1 out of 6. Which is 5 out of 6. Do you understand? Right, because if Mrs. Wu spent 1 out of 6, the remainder will be 5 out of 6. And if you take 3/4 times 5 out of 6, right, you get 5 out of 8. Okay, so the watch will cost 5 out of 8 of her money. So how do we find the cost of 1 dress? Right, to find the cost of 1 dress, you basically take the cost of the blouse times 3. Okay, because the dress is 3 times the cost of each blouse. Alright, so 3 times 1 over 30, you get 1 out of 10. Okay, and since the question gives you the difference between the watch and the dress, alright, you've got to find the difference between the watch and the dress. You take 5 out of 8 minus 1 out of 10, you get 21 over 40. So the difference over here will represent 220.50. Okay, so to find 1 unit, you simply take 220.50 divided by 21. Right, you should get $10.50. And since the question asks for the total money at first, you should multiply by 40. Right, because 40 units is the original amount of money. So when you take $10.50 times 40, the answer should be $420.